A couple was dining at a restaurant. The waiter unexpectedly took the food away and asked the two to leave, but strangely, the couple wasn't angry at all. They politely thanked the waiter. As all the other customers left the restaurant, the waiter's smile vanished. He immediately locked the restaurant door. He gently stroked the black stone next to him. Only then did he leave, satisfied. And this strange behavior was all due to the sound of the sheriff's bell. Every evening, he would ring a bell to remind the town's residents to go home. As soon as the sound rang, everyone would quickly return home and touch the same black stone as the one in the restaurant. Even mischievous 5-year-olds would obediently cooperate. It's easy to imagine how frightening the town's nights must be. When everyone had returned home, the sheriff finally sighed in relief. He turned and walked toward the police station. A sign on the wall read that 96 days had passed safely. This made the sheriff do another round of the streets. Only after confirming that no one was around did he feel comfortable opening the door to go home. But what he didn't know was, a resident had passed out drunk at the tavern. No matter how much the owner called, he couldn't wake him up. Helpless, the owner had no choice but to lock the door tightly and let the drunk man stay the night. The drunk man's wife and daughter, seeing that he hadn't returned home, turned and went back into their house. Late at night, the drunk man's daughter was praying upstairs. Suddenly, she heard her great-aunt's voice outside the window. The girl opened the curtain. It was indeed her grandmother, whom she had been thinking about day and night. The girl smiled with happiness. She had no idea that this was from the second-floor window. How could a normal person appear there out of nowhere? Grandmother said she was cold and wanted to come in to warm up. The girl, without suspicion, was about to open the window. Her mother didn't have time to stop her. The next day, the man, now sober, returned home. He found many neighbors gathered around, not knowing what was going on. He thought they were having a party. He cheerfully greeted everyone, but the next second, the sheriff's hand landed across the man's face. He questioned him as to why he hadn't closed the window when there was a child at home. Before the drunk man could explain, the sheriff directly dragged the drunk man upstairs. Upon seeing the scene in front of him, the drunk man broke down in tears, clutching his head.